Let's get ready to rumble. What's going on? Welcome back to the 10-yard fight. I'm Coach KK. This is part 15 of the Power Deuces Scheme. Today we're going to showcase some game-winning drives. Okay, this is where the Power Deuces Scheme is put to the test. These aren't conventional drives. This is at the end of the game when everything matters to the most. Usually the opponent have seen what we have to throw at them for the most part. But sometimes we do save some plays for the end of the game. Like when we're play packaging, we'll have them focus one way and then we can shoot the other way. So, we do that cat and mouse thing a lot. So let's get this party started. Easy God, shout out to you. You requested for some pistol U-off trips. Today I have a lot of gun U-off trips. It's pretty similar. So you can kind of just piggyback off this right here. This is play action post shot. You can see I put triangle on a crossing route. What that's going to do is going to make the user sit in that intermediate spot, and he has a choice to make, and we will play off of him. So if he go left, we go right. If he go right, we go left. So we got the first completion going. We call no huddle, no need for hot routes because the time is moving, and I knew that the user will be sitting over there again waiting on that tight end. So we just went right back to the same guy and got the underneath catch. We're pretty much even in yards today. I got a balanced share of rushing and passing. I'll show you what happened right here. So yeah, this is the tight end cross concept. One of my favorite concepts in this Power Deuces scheme, the tight end cross, because it will make the user sit in the middle and he would pick. Okay, he can't use everything. So you can see right here, this is when I call no huddle, no hot routes. And the user is going to be waiting on the right side because usually a lot of us like to go from left to right, to the wide side of the field. That's something that people need to start thinking about. You don't have to go to the wide side of the field from left and right. I get a lot of user picks because it's obvious that the users are going to the wide side of the field, but you still can play with the boundary. Okay. Right here, this was a 4 vertical, a potential Hail Mary. Dang, boy, that was poor. That was very poor. Not throwing the ball away. But one thing I can say is we're at the 50-yard line and we can throw this ball all the way to the end zone. So right here, we had a little bit of luck. We was able to snap the ball. That was pretty cool. My guys went racing back down the field and we just snapped the ball and threw a Hail Mary for the game. Like I say, man, that was a little bit of luck right there. But at the same time, mechanics were involved. First of all, look at my pocket presence. I did notate that I'm double covered on the outside. Yeah, during the play, I saw that it was double coverage on the outside. So just let's throw to where the less defenders are. Nice throwing range. So right here, we're gonna go for 2. See if we can win this thing. Gun wing, slot weak, slants. Got him. Hook, line, sinker. Game over. Man, that right there was critical. So we're going to talk about that. That's one of my favorite plays that I like to pass with inside when I'm inside the 5. So we're going to scan, not read. Going to scan from left and right real quick, from left to right. The running back is covered. Boom. We're already to the slant. Now we're looking at the hole shots in between the hook zones. Everything was just covered. I pump fake and I just waited to clear the hook zone defenders. And you can see he's playing the sticks. He's very smart. Like he knew where we were going to be going potentially. So like he in the flats for the running back. And then I quickly just started reading the slant. So we can't go in between that window, not that window, not that window. And he got like 5 guys right there in that little area. And after we cleared the hook zone defenders, you got to think, man, that's a lot of pressure that's involved. So I ain't gonna lie, I would rather take a sack before I throw a pick. So that's why I kind of waited and stalled. This next guy, you can see we're running at 48 pass, 48% rush. He has 6 championships, so he's been around the block. He knows what he's doing. And we're in Death Valley. 17-17. You can see the degree of difficulty. It's a little better than the last time because at least we don't get nothing this drive. We go to overtime. Field goals wins the game. Tight end attack is the play call. You know, we was trying to get our outside comeback routes. If no one lurks underneath, we took the easy check down. 2 timeouts, 40 seconds. Inside cross is the call. You can see this drive here ain't really got that much pressure to it because we can go to overtime if nothing works out. We just want to make sure he don't get a chance to have the ball. So you can see right here, he was protecting the deep sidelines against the streak or the fades, and that opened up the middle post. So that right there was middle field open all day long, and it never closed. And we got a post going across. Good footwork in the pocket. Let's pay attention to the footwork in the pocket presence today. We're not gonna get rattled, not gonna get chased out the pocket. You know, we're gonna keep the play concept in front of us, and then we understand time and score afterwards. So right here, he has 2 timeouts. You know, you want to make sure you strip these guys for their timeouts on the last drive. You know, keep the ball in bounce. He used 1 timeout. Now we got 3 more downs. So he can't stop the clock every down. So let's stay in bounce again. Right here, the run game was hard today. It was hard to run the ball. So what I did was I sent everybody down the field and kept my running back within range and threw a little dump off pass, a little check down. I was going to him the whole entire time, so wasn't even looking down the field. All right, so we got the other timeout out of him. And it's our game from here. You know, just stay in the middle of the field, kick the field goal and win the game if we could. You can see that screen is shaking, man. I don't know why people don't like the stadium post. I love it. It makes it realistic. It makes you zero in on your play calling, especially those drives where you can't get a hot route out. So we win that game right there. We survived Death Valley. That was pretty cool right there. Power Deuces Scheme, baby. 12 personnel. You can see we're shifting gears depending on the circumstance. Y'all hit that like button, man. We're halfway in the video. This is only finna get good from here. And we got another one right after this. Part 16, same thing. All right, here we go. You can see today we're pretty much operating in the red a lot because that's like our spread it version of this scheme. This guy right here has 10 championship wins. You can see we're 48% pass, 48% run. So he's up by 10 points in the fourth quarter. One down, 1 drive. I got stalled and had to punt, and he just kept scoring. He pretty much scored every possession. Then he got ball back at half. So that's how I'm down. I was still fighting with him. So we'll see what happens. So gun you off trips, play action post shot. You can see that's one of my little favorite plays when it's time to get aggressive. Oh, look at the pocket presence. Look at the footwork. Look how we manipulated the user. Let's go back to that. So you've seen the user, he was on the safety in the back on the right side. He came down and he started following my tight end. But because I didn't scramble and drift to the left with the tight end, he stayed where I was, you know, like, so he's drifting, and then, but I stayed in the middle. So that's what made him stop his route and reroute. So he's trailing us, but because I stayed in the middle, you know, usually guys will take off scrambling one way just to get a good throwing angle. I stayed in the middle. So the pocket presence and the footwork was very key right then. So now, when you think about the situation, this is situational football, right? We have a schedule. I would like to score before 2-minute warning. We can score a field goal or a touchdown. It don't have to be a touchdown. And let's try to stop the clock as much as possible. Right here, this is gun you off trips, post wheel shallow. It's a concept to attack the split safety coverage if this middle field open, but we're not in desperate measures, so we don't have to throw the deep ball back there. You know, we'll still take the drag route underneath or the sit route. So the drag route worked out very well. We got more than a first down. We got about 15 yards, so I'll take that, you know. 1 high safety shell. All the attention is to the left. You can see we're operating from the gun you off trips again. And he have no idea that this RPO flat read is coming. RPO read flat, whatever you want to call it. He's going to be looking left. That's most important. He's going to be looking left. See, he's sliding over to the left. He's waiting for the inside zone maybe. And we got right behind him, 10 yards on the flat route. You can see we're keeping everything safe. Everything is manageable. We're on schedule. We're ahead of time. Okay. 2nd and inches. I thought I was gonna get the first down right then, but we didn't. Play action, tight end out. That's the call. Probably should have been calling the play action within 3rd and 1. Should have just been doing a regular passing play. We didn't want to risk getting sacked. But you can see like we're still ahead of schedule. As long as we score before the 2-minute warning, we'll have an extra timeout with the 3 that we have. So in case he get a first down when he get the ball back. So that's what I was thinking at the time. And you know, so we scored before the 2-minute warning, QB zone. Everything looked good. You know, we're just giving ourselves a fighting chance. That was it's all about. Just giving yourself a fighting chance. We're pretty much even right here at this point in terms of yards. I tried to kick an onside kick, didn't get it. So he had an easy field position right here. And from here on out, it just went backwards for him. You know, we sacked him. Right here, that's a dime package, 3 double buzz. My safeties crept up into that hook curl area. You can see it right here. And he was rattled. He couldn't lead that pass going on the deep end. So I love 3 double buzz, man. I love that play. I was asked what I use for defense. So, but I don't live in 3 double buzz. You know, I still, man, every down is different rotations from my safeties and different users. So yes, sir. He got confused and it's our ball. Now the pressure is on for him. Field goal ties the game. Touchdown wins the game. You can see we're in the gun wing slot over. I tried to go with power read. We have all 3 timeouts. No need to rush. No need to panic. You can see the stadium post is like buzzing. As we get a first down, you will see that kind of calm down a little bit though. So we have to make sure we pay attention and zero in on what we're doing. So as you can see, I ran that play twice in a row. I'm not able to audible. I can call timeout if I want to though, and pick another play. So I say, you know what, let's try it one more time because I like the numbers over here. We just got to execute post snap. So we got the first down and more. Yes, sir. 19 yards that time. So we ran it 3 times straight. So now the influence is to the left. You're going to see him slide his line over to the left. But we're calling play action flood on the back end. So you can see everything is going to the left. Even the user, he's going to go to the left. He slid his line that way. He's kind of behind us. And we drifted to the right for a nice little flood concept. Some of my OGs who's been around the block, you guys know what this means. On top of the cloud, underneath the sky. And what a perfect time to call that concept right there. So we wasn't really worrying about the deep over. We just wanted that middle guy, the hot man right here, right on top of the cloud and under the sky, right in between things, right in that gray area, you know. But it all started from the footwork and the influence of making the user drift to the left. So a lot of mental things was going on in these games right here. When you're under 2 minutes, yeah, this becomes like a chess match. Gun ace slot, halfback basis to call. You can see he pretty much know we're running the ball. What I'm thinking at this point, I want to stay in the middle of the field. You can see he shot the gap and went the wrong way. He didn't know we had a pulling guard coming around that corner. Sometime I would save this play or sometime I would mix it in real good without a pulling guard. So that's how I was able to get that 10-yard run right there. He had no idea that we was doing that. And he was cramming the box. So guys, you got to impose your will on the run. You can't just give up on the run game. The run game is what makes this scheme work. Look at these running concepts we got. My mind frame right here was thinking, okay, maybe he's thinking inside zone. I'm going to go left. And I just took the ball and went right with the quarterback around the corner. We got out of bounds still. We saved the timeouts. And we still picked up half of the distance. Okay. So right here, this is gun ace. Power read. He had no idea once again that we were going to be having a pulling guard coming around the corner. And he, as a user, was the guy who got caught by the pulling guard. So touchdown. In the next video, we have more game-winning drives from the Power Deuces scheme. They're going to be a little better than this because they were playoff games where the stakes was way more higher, way more degree of difficulty. You can see we kind of took over that battle in terms of yards and time of possession. See, I'm all about time of possession, and clock management, and ball control, time and score, down and distance, situational football. All that stuff matters in these games when you're calling plays. It's not all about just calling plays. Okay, you can see right here he's pretty much he's half past dead at this point. So that's how the game go. That's how the game go. All right, guys, I'm Coach KK. I hope you enjoyed this one. This was real fun. Check out part 16 where things are gonna get down to the nitty gritty. I'll see you in the next one.
How we do it every day, we be grinding. And if you ask me, we the best, I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow. And you gon' hear us on the radio. This is how we do every day, we be grinding. And if you wanna come and test us, I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the